Hello. Okay, I got another one. This one is from OohlalaLena, who's one of the Etsy sellers that I actually reached out to because her artwork is amazing. She comes from Canada, so a lot of her packages come from Canada. So make sure you give her that extra day or two when you go and check her out. She did send me a bio. You know how much I love when you guys send me this, so let me read this to you real quick. My name is Lena, and I'm a self-taught artist. I have only recently taken up the art as a serious endeavor, and this was largely by accident. My grandfather was an artist, so I grew up with enough exposure to various forms of art to have ample opportunity to engage in and discover the technique my grandfather employed in his pieces had I ever the desire to learn. Unfortunately, I was seldom interested in art during my childhood, and in the times I thought I might be, I quit long before I could accomplish much of anything because I was lazy and impatient. We've all been there. During my adolescent years, I would draw a few portraits here and there of people I was desperately in love with, namely Slash of Guns N' Roses, so was I, Kurt Cobain, and Mick Jagger. The list of portraits ends soon after because I quickly bored of drawing, and there were only so many faces I could bring myself to stare at for extended periods of time. That is why my art venture concluded for nearly a decade. A few years after my grandfather's passing, I decided to take up drawing again, not only for any particular reason, not because of my grandfather, but because sometimes in my life I really had the urge to draw. I figured this sort of thing happens to people every 10 years or so. This one was one of those times, and so I started drawing rock stars again, music being an enormous passion of mine. Only this time, I didn't get bored. This time, I wanted to keep drawing more. Not only did I want to draw more this time, I actually craved to learn. I began to experiment with different mediums and different techniques. I began to draw faces that meant more to other people than they did to me, and somehow I still enjoyed the process. I enjoyed art for art. Of course, I still indulge in the pleasures of creating a piece that tortures my soul in the best way possible. I love to draw people that inspire in me a desire to draw them. When I draw musicians, I listen for hours to their music before I even put pencil to paper. In these bouts of inspiration, where my muse is not a face but an essence, I am able to instill in my art an interpretation of this spirit. I wish that I had this enthusiasm for art when I would have been able to share it with my grandfather. As it stands, I am at least able to share it with you. Please enjoy. Well, I'll tell you something, Lena. If for any reason you decided you got bored of drawing, please consider writing. Your words are very eloquent. Your imagery that you use when writing this bio is beyond impressive also. I can't believe how well written this is. And it really is a pleasure reading it. Thank you very much for sending it to me. But maybe you should also look into getting short stories or, some kind of writing going too, because your imagery is very, very good. So again, I took the liberty of contacting this artist because her stuff was great, and she was very, very, I can't think of what. She was very nice in letting me select the largest posters possible. So I can't wait till I can get some really good frames and post these in the frames. So this is the first one. Everybody kind of recognizes this guy here. This is one of the first pieces I selected from her. As you can see, her drawings of the actual characters are amazing, and then she puts this wonderful back color behind it, which I absolutely love. So it just really makes the picture pop. It's not just a sketch, it's not just a drawing, but she puts all of this color behind it. So this is the first one that I selected. And she's, again, another one of the sellers that allowed me to choose what I wanted, and I really appreciate it when sellers let me do that, because then I can hang them up on the walls and really show them off, because I have a lot of people that come over and they're always like, where did you get that? And I make sure that they get your business cards, they get all your contact information, so that they have every way of contacting you to get something that they want. So this was the first one I picked out. I don't know how many of people really know who this second one is. However, I know a lot of my friends know who this is. Alright guys, who is this? Yes, it is the guy from Firefly. It is Malcolm Reynolds. This is the one I selected also for my husband and me. We're going to hang this up in our office. We both, this is like the first one that we both agreed on. I kind of surprised my husband with this one. Again, the way she does her characters, and I apologize for the glare. Actually, I don't apologize for the glare because this artist takes such pride in her work. Every single picture is in its own cover. It's in its own plastic. So that's why there's the glare. So everything is protected, and that way you get a flawless piece when you get it. But just look at the amazing color that she puts into all this. I mean, just the watercolors to make this really pop. I love it. I really do. And so we can't wait to hang these up. I need to get this video out of the way so that way we could put them in frames and get them hung up. So that way we could actually start using them. Ugh, this piece was awesome. Now, just because those two had color and everything and I went off about how awesome the color is, it doesn't mean that her line drawings are any less impressive. This is the one I chose for myself. I too am very much in love with this man. Other than my husband. I love my husband. But her detail on this is one of the reasons why I contacted her. She has all of these available. They're all in prints. They're all signed by her. They're all amazing to look at, as you can see. Her ability alone to create such pieces are just uncanny. They're amazing. I love them. So her prices really are not that bad either. If you can afford them, please absolutely go and get one. At the very least, go to her store. You guys all know how very much important it is that we all share and like each other and get our pieces out there. You know, one of the ways that you can help, if you can't afford one of her pieces, go and favorite the ones that you like, or feature one of hers, or share it with friends and family, so that way her pieces really get out. Do that with all the sellers. Every seller appreciates that. You know, if for any reason you can't afford anything, that is the next best thing that you can do for any creative artist. Keep their pieces going. Keep them out there. Let everybody see how wonderful she can draw, or how well this necklace is made. You know, even sharing this video will help people see just how quality work is done. You know, and you're going to find that one person who just absolutely needs to have that drawing. So that's it for this one. I have a few more coming up, but this one was OohlalaLena, and as of course, her stuff is right there on the bottom of the screen. Just like with any Etsy seller that I talk to, I won't post anybody who's been really, really rude or anything. So she is amazing to talk to. I know that she's a little behind on some of her commission pieces, but don't be afraid to call and talk to her, or call. I always say that. Don't be afraid to message her through Etsy and give her an idea of who you're looking for and see if there's something that can be worked out for that. So, but she's awesome to talk to. She'll let you know how far behind she is, because she does have a few pieces that are in the works right now. She's got her main pieces, like the ones I selected here, that are just ready for anybody. You can just buy them, and she prints them, and then she sends them right off to you. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact or message me, or please at least go to her page, like her page, share her work, favorite her page, so that way more people get to see what she has. Thank you. Have a great day. All right, we got another one. I know a couple of you have left some feedback for us, mentioning that you wanted something to do with gluten-free. So we have a product from Crunch Masters that I'm reviewing today. They sent me 2 of their crackers and 2 of their basic crackers. They're flavored and then basic, basically. As you guys have seen in my past reviews, I kind of struggle sometimes opening the packages, so I've already pre-opened all these packages in preparation for this. So the first one I'm going to do for you is the multi-seed crackers. This is their plain ones. As you can see, there's definitely some multi-grains in there. You can see all the different seeds and stuff in there. It's really good. Excuse me. There's not a whole lot of flavor to them, which is good, because they would be really good for a base. Like I could see these with nachos or any kind of hors d'oeuvres or hummus. Ooh, these would be really, really good with hummus because of the back taste on them, with the seeds on them. This next one is the exact same cracker, only except it's got sea salt on them. And these ones are square shaped instead of the hexagon shaped. Very good. I like it with the sea salt. Those are very good. These ones are 130 calories for 16 crackers. So those are really good. And they sent me cheesy ones. I love my cheese. Love cheese. These ones are also gluten-free. These ones are 120 calories per serving. And it's 60 crackers per serving. 60 crackers. Wow. So they're not very big, but that's okay. There's no way I could sit down and eat 60 of these. Holy cow. These are awesome. They're baked and really crunchy, but there's like a lot of cheese on them. Those are really good. All of these are made with 100% whole grain, 22 grams or more per serving. I need a quick drink here. Because this one's sweet. These are the Grammy Crisps. They're a tasty alternative to regular processed graham crackers with a blend of gluten-free. I've got a ton of friends who love the whole gluten-free. Kimmy, Trina, Misty. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You can't have them. I'm sorry. That's what they look like. Wow. These are really good. I can't believe these are cinnamon and sugar, and they really taste like cinnamon and sugar. And and they're gluten-free. Wow. $120 calories per serving, 25 crackers. They also have the multigrain crisps and the multigrain crisps with sea salt. So it looks like they do carry a line of crisps, and they do, can we go backwards? Crisps and crackers. So if they've got any coupons or anything, we'll have them posted below. Highly recommend them. Check them out, especially for those who are interested in some gluten-free products. They're actually really tasty. I like my gluten. I'm not overly familiar with a diet that's full on gluten-free, but those are really, really good, and I would absolutely add them to my diet. And I would be happy to give those to my kids too, because they are gluten-free. So it'd be like a really good alternative to a lot of store-bought stuff. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and post all the information down here at the bottom for this particular review. Again, if you have any questions for me at all, or need to know where I got the product, or want more information about anything I do, or would like a review yourself, do not hesitate to reach out to me. We do not charge any money for any of our reviews. We only ask that you send us your products that you would like us to showcase for you. It is a minimum of $25 value to compensate us for our time. But yeah. That's all we require. We don't charge money for this. So this way you get an honest opinion. If I don't like your stuff, I'll tell you. So that's it for me. I'm sure we'll have some more soon.